I'm back, and welcome to Halo Infinite. The 7th installment into a 2-decade franchise, where we are back at it again at Krispy Kreme with our boy, John Halo. Hold up. Hello? His name is really John? Oh, for real? Huh. Where you play as John Halo in a totally tubular campaign, which is an open world. All I hope is that it doesn't follow a similar gameplay loop of capturing enemy bases and building up your forces, kinda like Far Cry.
From the ads?
Oh wait, that's kinda what it is, except slightly... Sure, you may not have a dog named Chorizo, or a bear named Cheeseburger, but by golly, you have Marines. They are the soul of the United Nations Space Command, or better known as the UNSC. They're kind of inept. Oh my goodness, get in the truck! We'll talk back to someone who can absolutely crush their skull.
Yeah, you should probably have the better one.
But they're really good at shooting anything that isn't them.
Oh my god,
Just like actual Marines, and that's why I love them. Before we talk about the campaign, let's first talk a little about how the base of the story is a bit odd. Because our good friends at 343 Industries, who are now the ones making Halo games ever since 2012, where after 6 years of no new mainline Halo game, they decided to pull all their Easter eggs into one basket, which they decided that Halo Infinite is going to be the game to draw in a new crowd, mostly on the multiplayer side, by having a story that caters a bit towards them. Unfortunately, they instead made a story that seems batshit insane to new players, confusing the casual Halo fans, and some of the story doesn't make sense unless you've read these books, maybe more, played a Halo RTS game, played any of the previous Halo games before, and looked for secret terminals in those games. Even the multiplayer has its own story. We're ignoring that, however. Yes, all this seems pretty overwhelming, but don't worry. I won't mention most of it, just some of the more important stuff. Anyways, let's continue on with this Spike Grenade review of Halo Infinite. We first start off with a quick glimpse of Zeta Halo, a new Halo ring, which is not like the others, it's different. Then we see John Deere, the Master Chief, pranking our new friends, the Banished, who are not a 90s rock band, but instead are the successors of the Covenant, or better known as the Purple Faction. Yes, see, the Covenant started a war with humans for religious reasons, and proceeded to start a crusade across the galaxy to try to kill themselves like 4 times. The Banished thought that was cringe and went against the Covenant's ideals. And who is their leader, you may be thinking? Well, it's our main brute, Atriox, who, after shrugging off Master Chief's punches and ate them for brunch, proceeds to toss around Chief like he doesn't weigh 1,000 pounds.
My name is Atriox.
I didn't ask.
Man, fuck you then. Rude ass, dumbass, stupid ass.
Now, we switch over to our side character, known as Echo-216, or the Pilot. We actually don't know his name until the very end of the game. I'm serious. I assume they added him because they wanted the players to feel compassion for another human being and try to relate to his various outbursts and rants. Unfortunately, for 343, I'm an emotionally unavailable bastard, and I laugh at his misfortune. As he looks at his VTuber wife and child, he sees Mr. Long John Silvers himself, reels him in like a fish, and gives him a safe amount of electricity to get him back up and continue the fight. But after many years of galaxy-saving missions, seeing his friends die by his side, I feel like Chief has gone a little senile, and sometimes talks like someone who is 70 years old, and who doesn't care about anyone or anything. A true Sigma male, if you ask me. They start getting dragged by a stasis beam, like this, from Warship Gabrakan. I think that's how you say it. The pilot hands him a pistol with 1 bullet, which I assume he was eventually gonna Control-Alt-Delete shut down himself. Riveting storytelling. Now it's time to go hunt down Atriox to this epic campaign of epic proportions. But first, we have to start at the bottom with some grunts. They are kinda just fodder individually, but in bigger packs, they're just still fodder. He really tried to swing at the Master Chief. We meet our first brute, Greg the Brute, with a very dramatic opening, but he goes down very easily.
Yo, look who fell asleep first. Prank him, John. You already know.
Oh, look, jackals, mercenaries working with the Banished. They hide behind their shields like cowards. Take a bullet like a real man, straight to the face.
The hour approaches. Soon, the Banished will have blue check marks. Atriox, hear these words. Even beyond the tax bracket, your stocks will rise. Your followers occupy Twitter. Within hours, it'll be under our control. Normies will cower before your legacy. They will be banned. Their tweets about free speech will be deleted, all but a memory.
We have a new problem.
So, Atriox is dead. Oh, why would 343 do this? I really wanted to be in a boxing match with Atriox streamed on Twitch. After John fights against Bruce, who recently are still recovering from LASIK surgery, he proceeds to pull a Doomslayer and punches something he doesn't understand.
It's locked down. Requires a hack.
Okay, and you can do that?
No.
Then he proceeds to blow up the ship with him inside of it still. And we get another monologue from Escharum. Don't worry, if you like his monologues, there are plenty of more to come.
I've been tagged in a tweet. Oh, fanboy. No. Something better. The Master Chief returns. We thought you banned, tossed into iFunny. Yet here you are. Humans call you based and red-pilled. Covenant. Cringe. The Banished. A normie. Destroy this page if you must. It matters not. The Banished will hunt you down, pursue you, wherever you run.
Who is that? Do you know him?
No.
We suddenly get put into a Michael Bay movie as we traverse the ship as it's exploding around us.
I don't know how long this ship will hold together.
£1,000.
Too close. Chief, you still with me?
I'm here.
Okay, give me a second. I'm coming to get you. Welcome back, Chief. Okay, let's get out of here.
The Master Chief is unbanned? Atriox assured us of his ban. Are you not angered? No, I feel invigorated. You promised us blue checkmarks. Twitter blue. Insider stock info. He threatens everything. Do you question my leadership? Atriox's vision. Atriox is dead. It is his fault that we haven't had Twitter yet. The Banished will never bow to anyone again. Not the United Nations. Not the Supreme Court. Not her. This account will be operational. Please. Then you will have your revenge. Blade Master. Follow the normie from an Alton Count. I want to know everything about him.
Echo-216 thinks he's done with this war, but I don't think he realizes who he's with. John Halo craves violence, and like any sensible American, wants a weapon. He then punches the absolute Giga Chad that is Master Chief, breaking his fingers in the process, and begins to cope. We land at this place and meet my favorite species, the Sangheli, or better known as the Elites. Yes, I am part of the group Elite Preferred Species, but with classic lines like or even, you can't help but love them. Just look at those toes. We continue on and ignore all the enemies. Get used to looking at these kind of structures and art style, since you'll be seeing these a lot. Funny enough, most of the weapons run on lean, which, like actual lean, will atomize you if you make contact with it. Jimmy of the Johns proceeds to hear voices in his head from a familiar person. He hasn't taken his medicine in a week. We meet Master Chief's VTuber, which, if you hadn't noticed, she is wearing clothes and wearing shoes. 343 knows her fans very well.
The rogue AI known as Cortona is gone. She's been deleted.
How?
And our new friend, I'm gonna call her Courtney. She was very adamant at being deleted, but we convinced her deletion bad, helping us good. Notice this green text on the left side. These will be more important later. John then sees what I presume is a child version of himself. I don't know why data floating around causes this to happen exactly, but we're told it's just data, so I'm not gonna explain this part at all, since I don't know much about the blockchain.
These are the Banished.
Affirmative.
They smell even worse than I imagined.
You can smell them.
Well, an array of sensors in your armor can, and I analyze the input. You smell fine, by the way.
We see this blue ball thing, which apparently is a part of Courtney. Of course, though, Master Chief is hesitant on letting her touch it because, well... Oh, look. It's Tremonius coming here for his revenge.
Escharum ordered that you should be brought before him. He did not specify in how many pieces.
Yeah, a piece of these nuts in your mouth. Unfortunately for Tremonius, he was the first boss of the game. And, well, he will later become a normal enemy. Truly a classic video game design.
That's almost funny.
We go up the elevator and we have an Escharum monologue moment where he seems to be hard coping.
So Tremonius has fallen, a victim of the Master Chief's might. Do not fool yourself. He was not the best of the Banished, not by any measure.
Pass by a yellow rectangle important to the plot, and finally make it to the surface, and rain down God's judgment for being Twitter users. the pilot lands the pelican and he starts kissing a corpse-ridden ground with a little extra tongue for good measure. Por favor, Chief. Can we please go to Gannytown? The pilot proceeds to be rightfully afraid, since Courtney looks exactly like Cortana, and he knows what Cortana has done to humanity. But Courtney says, "She dead, I killed her, lol." And Chief is like, "Trust me, bro." She then says something pretty amusing.
Oh, this is fascinating. You're trying to survive, but I was programmed to die.
Then we get a notification that we are actually not the last humans alive on Zeta Halo. She then starts to explain how to use an open world map, which for the entire time I zoned out for. I hate
This is our current location.
Well, I proceed to leave to purposely make him upset, which brings a big shit-eating grin to my face.
You're messing with me, right? First you say you want me to follow some signal. Then you leave me here waiting. Well, go ahead. It's not like I have anything better to do.
We leave, then the Chief does something very human. He gaslights Courtney.
What did she do that was so wrong?
She was our target.
And this is where the actual game starts. Finally, after 1 hour and 30 minutes, we finally get to play the open world aspect. West Virginia. Just look at that nice low resolution view. Just clear blue. Now, we are facing a lot of tough enemies in this campaign. Marines! 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 But there's one enemy which rivals the rest.
The
Terrain. 343 really put a lot of effort at putting these rocks here to screw me over.
Come on, to your coma. 4-450.
But I continue on to fight my first enemy base, forgetting that I'm on heroic for a second. These places tend to show the true mechanics, sandbox, and gunplay of Halo Infinite. And well, the gunplay is really nice.
Fuck.
With that base destroyed, I drive around for a little bit until I find some innocent animals. I run into a Marine and then I give him the skewer, which with Marines, if you didn't know, they have infinite ammo and defy the laws of reloading. With weapons that use bullets, they never miss, but with weapons that have projectiles, they sometimes miss. Now that we have some Marines, we get into my favorite vehicle, the Razorback.
a troop carrier truck powered by a 12-liter liquid-cooled, hydrogen-injected ICE, which, instead of rolling coal, this makes the Razorback one thirsty girl.
Not while we're still.
By the way, if you ever hear this horn, you're getting actively jumped. This happens at random moments in the game, so be on your toes or just run away. But I gave my Marines cans of Coca-Cola energy and anti-vehicle weapons, so they make short work of the Phantom. But I forgot they were expired, so they lost one too many brain cells.
We burn the bastards down. Clear. Another win for the good guys.
I then go to the next mission, the Tower, a very ominous name for a building. I sneak my way in there, going through many Ohioans until we meet our next big boss, Chaklock, who proceeds to taunt us over a hologram on why we're not getting on his tower. After finding the security building, Courtney shutting down the lockdown protocol, we found out that this tower is actually an interrogation building. I think our friend Chaklock over there is into BDSM. We do a little bit of balloon tower defense, then ascend Chaklock's tower, and find the source of the distress signal, a new suit upgrade from Spartan Griffin's armor, the power of the NSA.
It appears to lock onto and highlight any targets in range. Could be useful.
We start traversing up the tower, which it seems like they've hotboxed it, because I can't see anything. We get to the top of Chaklock's tower, where we see Spartan Griffin in the CBT machine. God, I wish I was in there. We pry open the door with our bare hands and get interrupted.
Welcome to my tower, Master Chief. It is where you will be broken. It is where you will give up your secrets. See you soon.
Welcome to the second boss of the campaign. Unfortunately though, he is basically just a glorified special enemy. He goes invisible, but thanks to our new upgrade, we can see his search history. Then we play Ring Around the Rosie for a minute, then I proceed to abuse what the game gives me.
You will die in chains, Spartan! What?
And it gives me a lot. Poor Chaklock. Only if you used NordVPN, then I wouldn't have known what you were up to. Go to nordvpn.com/tower for a massive discount on a 2-year plan. Damn, Chaklock. Look at those toes. Oh my goodness, he's still getting towards.
I couldn't stop them. But you can. You have to.
Consider it done.
That's good. Good. The others, the Spartans. Did you?
I'll find them.
Echo 216, all channels. Can you hear me? I repeat, can you hear me?
Chief?
This is supposed to symbolize that Chief is having human emotions and that he is not a machine. But as I said earlier, I am emotionally unavailable.
Oh my! Oh my!
I then go on top of this tower to see many Easter eggs about Craig the Brute. Who's Craig, you may be asking? Well, back in 2022, when they first shut off the game, it looked severely unfinished, and we got a moment where Master Chief punches Craig at 4 minutes and 6 seconds into the gameplay demo. And that's how we got this image. Which, of course, spawned many memes and made him delay the game by a whole nother year. After that quick Craig lore lesson, it seems that 343 has embraced the meme. But the wait is over for Craig's Bop 15. It is available everywhere now, from Banished for Banished. Enjoy these top songs like I Smile Inside for Craig, I'm the Craig in Your Heart, Popped in the Chin by My Friend, The Day You Become a Meme, I Can't Grow a Beard, and many more. We continue on our journey towards the Crypto Conservatory, but we stop by any Marines that need our help along the way.
Oh, just take your time, why don't you? Why would you go back down, man? Jesus Christ! What the fuck? Get the way, Marine! Okay, he's good.
Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
Fucking of course! Oh, why would you die? Jesus Christ, man! Oh my! Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, there's no way. Fucking Marie! Hey, Marie, get down!
Is this a prank? Am I really getting pranked right now?
What are you talking about, bro?
Should be riding in style shortly, Chief.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Man, just die, bro.
So we finally made it. And it's quiet. A little too quiet.
Kinda quiet, isn't it? There. That tunnel. The Banished must already be down below.
I'm just gonna inspect this hole in front of the giant laser drill. And it's a trap.
I guess we need to deal with that mining laser.
The classic, I walk into a very quiet area and then I get ambushed. Oh boy, Banished. Too bad for y'all. They don't call me OJ for nothing. Alright. I think everyone's cleared out right now. Well, Courtney, get to hacking.
Just give me a sec. Something's wrong. I can't shut it down.
Man, advanced AI my ass.
All we need to do is manually expose each regulator's cooling pylon to trigger a cascade effect. And by we, I mean you. And by trigger, I mean shoot or blow up. You get the idea.
Alright, it seems like our new plan is to destroy the Banished's Ethereum mining facility. Time to blow up them GPUs.
Now let's head back up and deal with the laser.
Did you hear that? Sounds like to me they're foreshadowing something. Oh, hey there, Bass Sus. Some nasty ass breath, bro.
Martin's not so tough, I think. Break open easy. Soft inside.
Chief?
I see him.
Sounds like you're still in kindergarten, my man. And did you eat like 7 bottles of Elmer's 4-ounce glue? I'll take that as a yes. Welcome to the third boss of the game, where he's all bronze but no brains. But don't let his poor speech fool you, he's got strength to spare. And swinging that hammer around like he just paid it off. He may be a blabbering idiot, but as I said before, he's all bronze and no brains. So this motherfucker can jump really fucking far.
Didn't think we were gonna make it back there. Let's deal with the laser.
With Bass dead, we disable the drill.
Is there a problem?
Of course not. Let's see what's down there.
I noticed that Bassus hasn't despawned yet, so I threw his dead body into the grav lift for extra enjoyment.
So, yeah, well, I just wanted to say, you know, the thing is, I was kind of wondering, you wanted to
Oh, good heavens, bastards. Those are some nasty-ass toes. We casually walk down the hole, only to find a button. Oh boy, how I love pressing buttons. Hopefully, it doesn't make my screen fade to black, so that I have to make a part 2.